From betrayal, heartbreak, and loneliness, to moments that broke even Wednesday's cold heart. These are 8 of the saddest, most emotional moments in Wednesday that made us all feel terrible inside. Starting with Ajax. Season 1 gave us him and Enid being the most adorable couple in the entire show. But when Season 2 starts, everything changes. Episode 1 opens with Ajax visiting Enid's room, and instead of greeting him like she used to, Enid literally hides behind the door.
Is Enid around?
But it gets way worse. We find out Enid has been ghosting Ajax for over a month.
I texted a bunch, left a crazy number of voicemails.
And now, even when he sees her face to face at school, nothing changes. Then in episode 2, Ajax watches Enid flirting with some new guy during prank day, and you can just feel his heart breaking right there on screen. The day that's supposed to be fun and lighthearted becomes one of the saddest moments in the series, because we're watching this poor guy realize his relationship is falling apart. But it's not over. By the end of that same episode, after Enid gets trapped by Agnes with Bruno, they kiss behind Ajax's back. And remember, technically they were still together because she never had the decency to actually break up with him. In episode 3 is where the distance becomes unbearable. During the camping trip that turns into a tournament against normies, Ajax completely rejects Enid when they're choosing teams.
This is a Nightshades only team.
Later, Ajax finds Enid and Bruno at night in the forest, and that's where everything officially ends between them.
I guess squirrels and rats can't work out after all.
For 3 entire episodes, Enid cheated on Ajax, and we had to watch this genuinely good guy get his heart absolutely destroyed. And this feeling is only going to get more intense with these later moments and characters on the list. Coming at number 2, we have Wednesday and Enid's friendship, which sometimes becomes one of the most painful relations to watch in the series. These two are known for constantly arguing and then making up, but season 2 takes their drama to a whole new level of heartbreak. In episode 1, Wednesday has a vision of Enid's death. She's trying to keep Enid safe by not telling her, but they end up paying the ultimate cost. Their friendship slowly tears apart by episode 5 because of all the secrets and lies. Things get even worse in episode 6 when they swap bodies. While Enid is in Wednesday's body talking with Agnes, she slowly realizes how much Wednesday has been hiding from her.
I haven't been able to locate Isaac Knight's student files yet. Who's Isaac Knight?
But then Enid finds Wednesday's novel, and when she reads it, she discovers all of these terrible things that Wednesday wrote about her.
Lupin abilities. Evelyn is feeble in both body and mind, requiring Viper's pity and protection.
This leads to one of the most ironic scenes in the entire season. But the biggest tragedy of Enid's life is about to come when she will be separated from all the loved ones. But before this, let's talk about Enid's boyfriend, who she risked entire Ajax's relation for. In that same body swap episode, we find out Bruno cheated on her. In episode 8, for the first time in the entire show, we see Enid completely exhausted of boys and relationships.
Take a break from romance.
Even after all she did to Ajax, I'd never wished such a fate for her. But the saddest part of Enid's story is yet to come. In episode 6, before the body swap, Enid talks with Professor Isidori Capri and discovers something life-changing. There's a possibility she's a werewolf alpha. It means being in permanent transformation, being way stronger than a normal werewolf, but you're also extremely lonely forever. And at the end of season 2, Enid transforms into a werewolf to save Wednesday, literally digging her out from underground. She saves her best friend's life, but this heroic moment leads to absolute tragedy, because now Enid is stuck as an alpha werewolf somewhere around the Canadian border, destined to live the rest of her life in complete isolation. Her last hope is Wednesday's promise. She is going to find her and try to get Enid into human form again. But if you thought this was heartbreaking, we need to talk about the one moment that made even Wednesday Addams cry. Wednesday doesn't show emotion often. She's known for being hard, cold, and absolutely ruthless. But in season 1, episode 7, something breaks through that ice-cold exterior. Thing gets attacked and almost dies. Wednesday finds her little handy friend covered in blood, and for the first time ever, we see her vulnerable. She immediately takes Thing to Uncle Fester, who tries to save him using his electrical powers.
Go again.
With both of them losing any hopes after Failed tries to save Thing, Wednesday starts crying. This is the only time we've ever seen her so open and exposed to the rest of the world. Thankfully, Thing survives and the hope comes back. But you definitely can't use that word when talking about Tyler Galpin's miserable life and family betrayal. In season 2, episode 2, we see Tyler locked up in jail. He's left with nothing and no one. I mean, this one is actually pretty fair, but the tragedy doesn't stop there. In episode 4, Wednesday Wednesday finds Tyler's mother in Willow Hill. She's patient number 1938, who has been missing for at least 16 years. Finally, the missing mother and broken son reunite in episode 5. But there's one massive problem. His mother is sick. Her internal Hyde is slowly killing her from the inside. The more time a Hyde outcast transforms into their monster form, the less life they have as a human. So Tyler and his uncle Isaac try desperately to save her. They get one chance to take away her outcast form, which is the only way to save her life. But then in the finale, Tyler's own mother betrays him. She tries to take away his Hyde powers, but Tyler never wanted to be saved. He enjoys being a Hyde.
You think being a Hyde is a curse? It's the most free I've ever felt.
This moment shows just how deeply miserable Tyler's life has become. His human existence is so terrible that he doesn't even want to be human anymore. He'd rather be a serial killer in a monster's body than face his regular life, and it only gets worse. In the end of season 2, episode 8, Tyler essentially kills his own mother when she falls from a 60-foot tall building. Now he has to fight to survive without his loved ones in this world. But if we're talking about fighting in life, we have to talk about Agnes, because her desire to fit into society broke all the barriers. She starts as a young stalker completely obsessed with Wednesday, even trying to kill Wednesday's friends just to impress her. You'd think fans would hate her, but no. She goes through the biggest character transformation in season 2, evolving from an obsessed copycat of Wednesday to finally being herself. In episode 6, she helps spy on Tyler and Isaac, probably the most dangerous characters in the entire series. Then in episode 7, she saves Wednesday from being brainwashed by Bianca.
Bianca confessed she's being blackmailed by Dory and some guy.
And after all of that, after everything she sacrificed, Wednesday calls her a failure. We see Agnes crying after this moment. She keeps getting ignored, called a weirdo, and betrayed by the person she admired most. But if we're talking about students separated from others, we need to talk about one of the saddest characters in the series. Xavier Thorpe suffers more than anyone. First, he has this massive unrequited crush on Wednesday, who barely tolerates his existence.
All right, subtle hint taken.
She treats him like he's invisible most of the time.
I'm actually here for Tyler.
Then he gets framed as the Hyde monster, the main villain terrorizing the entire town. The whole school turns on him instantly, and even his own father doubts him. But the absolute lowest point comes when Xavier gets thrown in jail, locked up for crimes he didn't commit, abandoned by almost everyone who claimed to care about him. The frustration and helplessness in his face behind those bars is absolutely devastating. If it wasn't enough, he doesn't come back in season 2, and his character is completely shouted down. But if you miss Xavier and Wednesday as much as I do, subscribe to the channel.